Yo, yo. Oh shit. Everything alright? Let's see. Alright, bro. People. Let's see what's up, man. On the home page. I know I'm alive in a minute. I should have been. Yesterday. Darius Jacobs. Looking for Darius Jacobs. Hmm. You opened a fake McDonald's. Okay. Hmm. No, man. I ain't seen him much. Let me check. I'll watch this real quick, you know. Yeah. Opening and testing 3 5. So really up. I seen this on recommended. I was like, boy, what the fuck? Let's see how this shit even look, bro. Oh, I'm gonna shit is fucking hard
Hey
or
everyone,
some
today I
shit.
have a can of corn that was packaged back in 1943.
1943. God damn. Duke. When that nigga Duke did this shit. Let me stop. What the fuck is going on? Alright, let's see. Damn,
This
what the
can has a
fuck?
lot of pressure
Damn.
inside.
I bet.
Both ends of the can are very bulged.
It probably hot. That's sad. Oh, wow. Hard as fuck. What the fuck?
If you
Ew,
shake
bro.
it up, it's still liquidy inside. It's under extreme
Ew, it's
pressure
still
and you can't
liquidy.
push
What the
in anywhere
fuck?
on this can.
Why?
So I'm going to release the
Why is
pressure
how
very
is it still
slowly
liquidy, bro?
when
That's
I open this
nasty,
thing up.
bro.
I'm very curious to see what it looks like inside.
Why is it still liquidy, bro? This is This is almost 100 years. This is what 88 years. Why is this shit still liquidy, man?
After
That's nasty.
75 years.
That's nasty. That's nasty, bro.
It says in multiple places corn where it's been stamped. It's been stamped a whole bunch of times to say corn.
Corn.
See along the edge, back then they used solder containing lead. So if it's still clear, the juice, I can do a lead test.
Like, it's crazy. You go see.
Okay, we're gonna open up this can of corn now.
Where the fuck? Who the fuck you even bought it? Where did you get this from, bro? Like, did you find this shit in your backyard or some shit? Like, who did you get this from? Is my question. Like,
Okay, I got some safety glasses on because you don't want to get this juice in your eyes or anything because
you
this is
might
some toxic
fucking
stuff.
turn into a zombie or some shit.
This is unplugged. I just want to pop it before I open this thing up.
Let's see.
There's a lot of pressure in there. I think it's got to be turning actually to pierce it. Wow, what is this can made of? It doesn't want to go through it.
Damn. Thick guy can. Yeah, thick as fuck.
Wow.
God, thick guy can.
Can opener won't go through it.
Damn.
I tried
What
the other
niggas was
side.
using back then? Thick ass lead. That is crazy. Oh shit.
That was huge.
Hold on. The
That
fuck?
was huge.
They say, yeah. Why is all they say, yeah.
It doesn't smell bad, actually.
Okay, good.
Take the mask off. I thought that was gonna spray across the room. It
Yeah, I
just
thought she was
released a
gonna
lot
be
of
crazy
air.
as fuck. Like what?
Just a lot of air. Actually, the whole room now smells fruity, like the corn is fermenting in there.
Really?
It doesn't
Oh
smell bad at all.
shit.
It actually smells awesome. Let's
Why?
complete this.
Huh? Why it still look colorful?
See how much
Like, why
trouble
still
the
got
can
color?
opener's having?
No, I feel like this nigga. I feel like this nigga's duping us, bro. I feel like this is a fake video, bro. Like Chris Smooth said, is this a fake video? I feel like this is a fake video, like Chris Smooth would say, bro. It's gotta be. How the fuck is this corn 100 years old? And it still look like corn? That shit should be a whole nother color. Like, what? Shit should be black or something.
Actually smells good.
And it smell good? Nah, but I think somebody duped you, bro. And it still look like corn?
That's cream corn.
What it is in it?
Gonna be actual.
What the fuck is in that?
Pieces of corn.
I think that nigga duped you, bro. That's about to finesse you out your money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think somebody finessed you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think I can do a lead test on this. Because I don't think it's clear enough. Yeah, you see how it's like avoiding it? It's possible. I think it'll work. Gotta get the debris off it, but I got them all wet. Yeah, it's gonna work. I can see them changing colors.
So what the fuck is that supposed to do?
This is gonna happen totally accurately. I'm gonna do another test strip too. Just in case that one wasn't in there long enough. Let it sit for a few seconds, get some of that. Knock off the extra debris, give this a minute.
I hope this nigga, is this nigga still making videos? I hope he alright. After eating this shit.
Both strips are reading the same thing, so this will be accurate. Starting from the top, the total hardness of the liquid is about 120. There's no chlorine. The iron content is off the scale.
Jesus.
Our scale here only goes to about 500, and that is way off the scale for parts per million. Copper is 0.
It's just some good iron.
Lead is again off the scale. Lead, it's showing a brown color, and that would be kind of up here somewhere. There's a lot of lead in this. There's no nitrate or nitrate.
I would think.
The total alkalinity is around 80 parts per million, and the pH in here is around 8.5.
Look like regular ass cream corn to me. Look like fucking macaroni, Kraft's mac and cheese head ass. That's what it looked like. All that shit looks so normal, but they must got some fucking shit in it, boy. How that shit still look normal? Man, I'm just utterly baffled by this shit.
Stuff is so thick, you can't pick it up with a dropper. Maybe on the edge. Yeah, I can get some from the edge.
Gotta do this little science test.
That onto a slide.
Radioactive or some shit. Gotta be. Hmm. Cleaning it out. Oh, let's go eat it, bro. What's up? Bro, what's up, bro? I think you're supposed to eat the shit, bro. Bro, L video now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought you were gonna eat it, bro. What's up? Should have ate that shit, bro. Should have ate it all, man. What you got going on, bro? You should have ate all the fucking, all the fucking 1934 can, bro. All of it. All of the corn, bro.
Is like peeling this nasty slime.
Yo,
Now the inside of the can smells like the ocean at low tide when you have a bunch of things rotting and dying.
Oh, really? Why the
You see
fuck?
all the corrosion around the side.
Maybe there's some fucking preservatives or shit they
It
had
looks
in it.
like the corrosion you'd get on copper, but there was no copper in the test. There was a lot of lead. So that makes me think this is a real tin can.
Hmm.
That would explain it, and that would also explain the shininess because tin doesn't rust. But there was a lot of iron in this also. And the top of this lid is like when I opened 1980s canned corn.
Yeah.
The same result, but a lot worse. Like
Maybe
it's like
open
scraping
1980s
puns
corn?
come off a rock. This stuff does scrape off.
Oh.
Okay, right now I'm looking at that smear I took with the Q-tip under 80 times. I can definitely see a lot of plant cells in there from the corn. But really no life.
Really? Damn.
I found some things that I think are bacteria, but really no life. Okay, this is from that big drop of actual cream corn I put onto the slide.
I don't see shit going on, man.
It's just about the same stuff I had from the smear.
Really? Ain't shit going on.
It's just about the same stuff I had from the smear. Seeing pretty much the same stuff.
Damn, ain't nothing moving. What's up? Where the niggas at? Niggas ain't having a gangster party in here?
This is the simple smear with the Q-tip.
Damn.
Moving up to 250 times. You can definitely see a lot of the corn. That would be the plant cells you're seeing all over the place. Those big round things are just air bubbles caught on the slide. Now I wonder what those things are. Those aren't air bubbles. This is 1,000 times.
Damn, what the fuck is that?
You can see stuff a lot better now that we're looking at it like this.
Ew, what the fuck is that? I ain't seeing nothing too crazy. Okay, bro. We thought it would be some crazy shit. Hey, man. Let's see. I visited the Yellowstone. Yeah. The Yellowstone zone. Yeah. He got that Yellowstone zone. He got that Yellowstone zone. Okay, so you can't hear my fan. Okay, this I know now. Let me turn it off. Yellowstone Zone of Death.
There's a 50 square mile area out in the wilderness of Yellowstone National Park in the USA where it's said that thanks to a legal loophole, you can get away with murder or any other crimes you might want to commit. I am just about to enter that area. There is exactly one road that leads in and out of the so-called Zone of Death. And before I came here, I talked to the person who discovered
Gotta be somebody.
My point in talking about it whenever I do is not to encourage people to do this or to say, oh, it's great that people can get away with murder. Point is, I think they should fix it.
That's Brian Colt, the law professor who discovered the loophole in 2005 and wrote a law journal article about it. And yes, he was the one who nicknamed it the Zone of Death.
Most accounts have gotten important parts of it wrong. There are a lot of limitations and a lot of caveats. Technicalities really matter here.
And I like technicalities, so I'm going to explain this as fast as I can. Stay with me. First, if you commit a crime in the United States, you can usually be prosecuted either by the state or by the federal government, the one that's in charge of the whole country. But Yellowstone National Park is special. Within its borders, only the federal government can prosecute. Now, for federal law, Congress, the people in charge in Washington, they divided the country into 94 districts. Those districts don't cross state lines, so there's a district for Northern California or Eastern Texas, or for all of Arizona, because there aren't many people there. With one exception, Congress gave all of Yellowstone Park to the federal district for Wyoming, despite the fact that some small parts of the park, like this, are actually in the states of Idaho and Montana. So right now, in this 50 square mile area, in the Zone of Death, I'm standing in the state of Idaho, but the federal district for Wyoming. Now, if you're accused of a crime, the Sixth Amendment to the US Constitution says that you have a right to a trial by jury, where that jury is made up of people from the state and district where the crime was committed. The Constitution could have just said state or district, or it could have just said district, but it doesn't say that. It says state and district. So for crimes committed in this weird little overlap zone, a jury would have to be picked from just the people who live in Idaho State and Wyoming District, which would be just the people who live in this zone, and the population here is 0. So no jury, which means no trial, which means in theory, no conviction.
Because Congress colored outside the lines here, they would need to let you go. And to be clear, the prosecution wouldn't just concede. They would say, well, look, this is just a technicality. The problem with that is the Sixth Amendment says very clearly and plainly what it requires. In the federal system, the only one who can request a change of venue is the defendant. And that's not going to happen.
So this is not a place where crime is legal. The law still applies here. I'm not stupid enough to try and test it by committing a felony here. Apologies if you thought I was that stupid. I'm on YouTube after all. But if I did that, I would still be arrested. I would still be put on trial. Something like that has happened up in the Montana portion of the park north of here. A few people do live in that section, so it's not literally impossible to put a jury together. But there's probably not enough people to make up an impartial jury to the standards needed.
There was this guy some years back who poached an elk. The public defender said, well, look, the Constitution says the jurors have to be from the Montana portion of the park. And the judge, he said, well, yeah, that's what the Sixth Amendment says, but if I followed that, then I'd have to let him go. And I can't just let him go. I'm paraphrasing here, but there wasn't any additional legal reasoning.
The legal histories of almost every country are littered with examples of people finding a way to bend the rules. A judge can sometimes just decide to do things their way, either for good or ill. In that case in Montana, the judge did just that.
Well, the prosecutors didn't want him to appeal this. They said, look, if you plead guilty, we'll let you get a reduced sentence. But one of the conditions of this is you don't appeal the Zone of Death issue. And he took the deal.
So there's clearly some reason for lawmakers to worry about the zone. But if you were planning to do something terrible here, you'd also have to make sure you committed only the one crime and only here, which it turns out is really difficult.
There's also the possibility of being prosecuted somewhere else for conspiracy, wire fraud, or firearms violations, or any of those things. And there's also civil liability. You get sued for anything you might do there. It would be very easy to fix. All Congress has to do is pass a statute that says the District of Wyoming is Wyoming. They could do that in 5 minutes if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I did ask the obvious question, has Professor Colt ever visited here? And he said, well, there's this book where the Zone of Death is part of the plot. I actually bought a copy and was going to bring it out there. It's on my desk in my hotel room because I forgot it. Anyway, they flew him out to the central parts of Yellowstone, the parts that are actually in Wyoming, the pretty bits, to do some media interviews.
Someone said, do you guys want to go out to the Idaho portion for a photo op? And I said, hell no. I am not going to tempt the forces of irony like that.
So let's say the worst happens. Someone comes out here,
but I get it,
commits
though.
a
I get
crime
it.
in the
Somebody
zone.
might, you know what I'm saying?
As far as we know, it's never been done, but what does Professor Colt think would happen?
The U.S. Attorney's Office in Wyoming is not just going to roll over, but people are let go on technicalities from time to time. And this one, at least, is actually in the Constitution in black and white. Congress has been on notice for 18 years now. They could have fixed it.
I am now going to leave, either before someone else decides to commit a crime here, on me, or before I get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
That's facts. Fuck out of there, bro. Damn. You could just go. That's crazy, though. You can fix the shit and just choose not to. Like, nah, we good. Well, but so you try some shit. We go do some shit, but nah, we ain't gonna fix it. We gonna make it more difficult for no reason. What else this man got? How the fuck he do this, bro? I'm still confused on how the fuck he do this shit, bro.
The title of this video won't be exactly right. It only updates every few minutes at most, and besides, YouTube doesn't update its view counts in real time anyway, so don't bother refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. You won't actually be able to see it ticking up second by second. If it's actually 100% spot on, it's a miracle, but if it's close, then the code I've written is still working. But at some point, that code will break and the title of this video will slip more and more out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
This is the story of how I made that changing title work, why it used to be a lot easier to make things like that work, and how all this ties in to the White Cliffs of Dover and the end of the universe.
The fuck?
Now, I'm not going to talk about the exact details of my code here. It is not the important part because code is just incredibly dull on camera. But big picture, if you're automating a job like that, there are two main approaches you could take. First, you could write something that pretends to be a human. Not in some Blade Runner replicant way, but you could run a system that loads up the YouTube video page, reads the number of views, and then goes to the video manager, changes the title, and hits save. That's actually not too tricky to do. Screen scrapers have been built to do things like that for decades. And that's a fairly innocent use of a screen scraper. But if you can write code to change a title, then you also write code that signs up for loads of new accounts, or spams people, or sends out messages trying to steal personal information. That's why you see those I'm not a robot checkboxes, which aren't impossible to defeat by any means, but they make screen scraping like that much, much, much more difficult. And plus, it's an approach that'll break quickly. Every time one of the pages that's been scraped gets redesigned, you will have to rewrite your code. But for a long time, the people who build web services like YouTube have recognized that there are legitimate reasons for letting code interact with their systems, like pulling analytics data into a spreadsheet, or letting captioning services add subtitles to videos quickly and automatically. Or you might want to hook multiple web services together to automatically tweet when a new video goes up, or ask your voice assistant to search for a playlist. That can and should all be done with code. So behind the scenes, nearly every major web service has an API, an application programming interface. It's a way for bits of code to pass data and instructions back and forth between services safely, without having to deal with all the complicated visual stuff that humans need.
Right.
So when I want my code to change a video title, I don't ask it to open up a web browser. Instead, it sends a single request to YouTube. Here's the video ID. Here's the stuff to change. Here's my credentials to prove that I'm allowed to do that. Bundle that all up, send it over. And YouTube sends back a single answer. Hopefully, it's a response code of 200, which means okay, with confirmation of what the video's data has changed to. But if there's some problem with that request, it'll send back some other status number and an error message about what went wrong. I can write code to handle those errors, or for something simple like this, I can just have it fail and log it somewhere so I can deal with it later. No typing, no clicking on things, no pretending to be a human. One request out, one reply back. At least that's how it's meant to work. This idea that web services could interact with each other through code was amazing when it first became popular. It became Web 2.0, a buzzword that is now more than 15 years old. And honestly, the Web 2.0 years were some of the most optimistic times on the web. All these new startups were making sure that they could interchange data with each other. So maybe in the future you could see your friends' Facebook statuses on your fridge, or lights could flash to warn you if your bus was arriving early. The web would be all about data, and we could make all sorts of things of our own to understand it and control it and shape it. It was going to be the age of mashups. Take data and do interesting things with it. I built so many things in the days of Web 2.0, so many little web toys that took data from one place and showed it in weird ways. And the most ridiculous, over-the-top tool that I loved to build with was called Yahoo Pipes. You didn't need to write any code to make a mashup with that. You could just click and drag boxes on a screen to make a flowchart, and it would all be done for you. Yahoo would run it all on their servers for free. I made a thing called Star Wars Weather. It was a really simple web page. It would show you the weather forecast by comparing it to a planet from Star Wars. I had 1 million people visit that site in one day at its peak. A few people genuinely used it to get the weather every morning. I got lovely emails from them, and all the processing was done in the background through Yahoo Pipes. I didn't have to pay for some expensive server or pay for access to the weather data. There didn't seem to be any limit either. Yahoo just handled it because this was Web 2.0 and that was the right thing to do. And you know, they'll figure out how to make money later. Google Maps. That was free to build on too. World-class maps just to play with. I built a terrible racing game on top of it, put it in my own site, loads of people played it, I didn't pay them a penny. None of those free services exist now. And in hindsight, it was never sustainable. See, when Twitter launched, it wasn't pitched as just an app or a website. Twitter was a platform, a messaging service. You could use their website to read and send tweets, sure, or you could write code that used the API, that looked at tweets, that reacted to them, or even wrote tweets of its own. It was so quick, so open, that anyone with a little coding experience could make stuff easily. Everything you could do on the Twitter website, or later on the app, everything was available in the API for your code to play with. The first sign that something was wrong, for me at least, was the Red Scare bot. It appeared in August 2009 with the face of Joseph McCarthy as its avatar, and it watched the entire Twitter timeline, everything posted by everyone, because Twitter was small enough back then that you could do that. And if anyone mentioned communism or socialism, it would quote tweet them with not even really a joke, just a comment, just something that said, "Hey, pay attention to me." Hardly anyone followed it because, yeah, it was really annoying. Over the 6 years before it either broke or was shut down, that bot tweeted more than 2 million times. 2 million utterly useless things added to Twitter's database.
Bro, what the fuck, man? How am I watching something copywritten, bro? This nigga's videos on YouTube, bro. I hate fucking code. But what is up, bud? Defending.
In my
I hate it so much, bro. Why is it still doing this, bro? I'm not watching this shit no more, bro.
Village, there's a little lane called the Cobbles, which I walk up every day, and on the Cobbles there are 3 abandoned or empty buildings. First of all, there's this tiny building, I don't know who owns it.
Thank you, bro. What the fuck, bro? This shit. Oh my god, bro. Like, why does you like what? How can that don't make no sense to me? How can I not watch something that's on YouTube? Like, get the shit off the website if I can't watch it. Why can't I watch a YouTube video that you have on your own website? That don't make any. This shit is so stupid.
It, and I don't know what's inside, so honestly it's just a bit of a mystery. The next building is this little cottage.
What the fuck?
It isn't exactly empty, but no one lives in it because it's the village museum dedicated to a poet named Michael Bruce who used to live here in the 1700s. Obviously he doesn't live here anymore because he popped his clogs a long time ago. Finally, we have this building here, which was pretty much abandoned. It was being used for storage, but was also looking very old and very tired, and no one had lived in it for way over 50 years. And every time I walked past it, I thought it would be nice to turn it into a proper house, so in October 2020, I bought it. In this video, I'm going to show you the process of turning this abandoned building into my first home. I hope you enjoy. After the previous owner had cleared everything out of the building, this is what I was left with. The walls were looking pretty rough, the floor needed sorted, there was a little bit of damp, and the downstairs was pretty much the same. The floor was basically just ground and mud which needed cleared, the big sliding door would need to go, and the stair would be taken out as well. So in short, there was a lot of foundational work needing to be done before I was at the stage of picking out my curtains. After taking out the staircase, the builder began planning the layout. The walls and the old fireplaces got filled in and repaired with brick and cement, and the window frame in the bedroom had a new brick stack added for support. Similar work was done upstairs in regards to sorting out the health of the internal walls. The ceiling was also raised a little bit, and this ended up opening up the space way more. The floor downstairs was sorted out with concrete, and after this, the insulation started getting put in. I know it doesn't really look like it, but this was when the building started to feel much more homely. With the insulation in, it was actually nice to come in here during the cold January weather and have it kind of be semi-warm. The next part of the project was actually a bit of a pain in the hole, which is a scientific expression. When the builder went up and inspected the roof, he found out that it wasn't very good at all, and because of this I had to pay a fair few unexpected stacks for the scaffolding and the repair work that followed. Part of this process involved getting the stonework repointed, which in the end brought a lot of life back into the building. Back inside, things were really starting to take shape at this point. The roof windows were installed, which brought in a lot of natural light. The first wiring had been completed by the electrician, and the frame for the bedroom was also all set up. The insulation was almost fully done downstairs and upstairs, so it was beginning to feel more and more like a proper house with every day that passed. Like I said before, this did make it feel a bit more homely. It was also much more quiet, and there weren't any drafts blowing through anymore. With the majority of the insulation done, the joiner was able to fit the plasterboard throughout and block off the rooms downstairs, which made the place look much cleaner and allowed me to see how the space would actually work. At the same time though, the bare plasterboard did make the bedroom space feel a bit like a prison cell, but thankfully that didn't last too long. Once I got the sash and case windows put in, it just completely transformed the place. The stonework was also completely done outside now as well, and I had a new black drain pipe put in, which really classed up the joint. After this, I had a new bespoke hardwood oak staircase, that's quite hard to say, installed, which I kept covered with carpet just to avoid it getting scratched with all of the workmen that were coming and going. I had some of the bathroom parts fitted and had a taper come in to sort the joints on the plasterboard so that it was prepared for the painting. The staircase was actually one of the most exciting parts of the whole project because I hated going up the ladder to get upstairs and just having this big hole in the floor that overlooked concrete, because every time I was upstairs I had this horrible fear of falling through the hole and just landing on my head. So it was nice to finally get some good old-fashioned foot on stair action back. And then once again, heading upstairs, it was much of the same, ready to be painted and ready to get the kitchen installation started. Next up, my mum and me painted the house together. I just went with white throughout to keep it light and cheery, but did a couple of accent walls in the bedroom and bathroom with a kind of bluey grey colour to make it a bit more interesting. I also got some outdoor lights put on outside, so here's me showing them off.
Oh. Okay.
Shortly after this, I had hardwood oak floors put in throughout, which again made the place look so much nicer. And unfortunately, I don't have any normal video footage of this, just one vertical clip, so I'm sorry about that.
Nice,
I actually did lose quite a few files which showed the bathroom getting tiled and the shower getting put in. However, I do have this clip of a trespassing frog.
What you doing, my guy? Just pick that nigga up like that?
Calm down, man. Apparently frogs scream when they're scared, but I was very gentle and I put him outside in the bushes, so I'm sure he's getting on perfectly fine now. Although it's actually been a few months, so realistically he's probably dead. I don't know how long frogs live. The last job inside was getting the stair railing installed by a local blacksmith, and then the very, very final job was outside laying cobbles for the front of the house. My dad did this, and despite it being his first time ever laying cobbles, did an amazing job, and it just felt nice to go with cobbles out front, because if you remember at the start of the video, the lane where my house is called the Cobbles, and it did actually used to be a fully cobbled street, but they tarmacked over it for some reason. So to refresh your memory, this is what the building looked like at the very start when I initially bought it, and this is what it looks like now. I've been living here for about 3 months now, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. The whole process was really interesting, enjoyable, and expensive, but overall I'm very glad I was able to do something nice with this old building. So that's the outside transformation. I'll take you inside to show you what's happening. So inside I've got the staircase uncovered, and you can see that it kind of matches the oak floor that I put in. I've got the velvet roof window right there, so you're kind of hit with natural light when you do come in. I've got a couple of framed photos here in like a little collage showing what the house used to look like, just because I thought that was kind of nice to have framed. If people hadn't seen what it looked like before, they can see it then. And under the stairs, made use of the space and changed it into storage. Cupboard under the stairs, but instead of like a little wizard boy, I've just got crisps. In here, got the bedroom that's fully done now. I've got a low down bed, just because I thought that was a better use of the space. The accent wall with that kind of blue-grey colour, and a couple of pictures. And then over here, my kind of goal throughout the whole thing was to keep it simple, but make use of any space I could and just kind of put in extra storage. So I asked the joiner to make a built-in low-down wardrobe, and then over on the left side of the window,
that's
put in
smart
some drawers.
thinking,
So that's where I store all of my clothes, and there's the kind of natural light firing in through the window. So very happy with how that room turned out. And then in here we have my bathroom, or just toilet and shower. Is it a bathroom if you don't actually have a bath? I don't know. So I've got the grey tiles and just kind of went with a simple grey, kind of bluish and white look. I'm not going to do much else with this. Got the mirror and the frosted glass window so people can't perv on me. And then I've got another accent wall behind the toilet. I don't know if that's a thing people do, but it's what I did. And then up the stairs, we've got the bit of art on the wall there. Again, the natural light coming in, and a bit of recessed storage space, which used to be a window way back in the day, but I changed it into a little bookshelf. I have not read any of those books yet. I've got the railing here, which I think, like I said, works well with the wood. And then my desk over there, where I make all my clickbait. And then
This one
over
wasn't
here,
clickbait though.
got the light pouring in over
Also, it's
the
kitchen
little kitchen that I
upstairs,
have.
huh?
So this is me. I probably should have worn jeans or something more presentable. But there's all the storage up above.
I
There's
would
the
have thought he
fridge
would have had it.
there.
I mean, I guess
There's
it's
the
some came
washing
in
machine
shit different.
built
I would have
in,
had shit
and a little
downstairs. in the,
spice rack. But
uh,
I didn't have
room
that many
upstairs.
spices, so I just use it to store all of my utensils. I made a little kind of breakfast bar table thing that you can pull out. And here's the kind of living area where I sit and watch TV, play a bit of Xbox. I'm not
Yeah.
very sure about the rug and the table. I don't know.
They're
You can let me know
nice.
in the comments if you think that works. I've got an LG 48-inch TV. I'll actually
Damn,
link
okay,
everything I
flexing.
have down below just in case anyone wants to check that out and get one for themselves. So here's a closer look at the table that I'm not very sure of. I don't know if I should have went with like a metal or a wood table. But I had a lot of metal and wood throughout already, so I got this tempered glass table from Made,
Wow,
which kind of has a
pink on
pink
one
to
side.
clear
and-
gradient.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not very
Shit, I
sure if
thought it was
that
pink
works.
all the way
Let me know
through.
if you think I should change the rug and the table. And I've got a grey sofa from Sofology, and this is the view out over my neighbour's garden, and it also looks up to the hill that overlooks my village. Well, it's not my village, it's just the village. I don't own the village. So yeah, nice views. It's a nice place to live. And then over here, we've got my desk where I make all of my clickbait, like I said. I work as a video editor. The Corsair PC case that
Nice, nice.
and this is what it looks
nice.
like at night. I've got the kind of under cabinet lighting using the Philips Hue light strip, and then more of the same behind the TV, just to kind of give it that little subtle glow that matches the table. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I should change anything. Let me know if I've made any horrible.
That's fine, bro. The fact that you even did that in the first place is crazy. Um,
In my village, there
yeah, that's what I don't know how much the fuck. Well, he ain't even got that many videos. Damn. Let me see how much this shit costs, boy.
Hello everyone,
damn.
my name's George or Patchy. Welcome back to the channel. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you've probably watched the video where I showed the renovation of my house. A lot of people were asking how much it all cost, how much it cost to buy the house, how much it cost to renovate it, and also what's in this cupboard here. So I thought I would do this video just answering all of the most frequently asked questions, and that's pretty much it. So let's jump into it. So the first one is, why am I called Patchy? I introduce my videos as George or Patchy, and my Instagram handle is orpatchy, and that's because you can probably see I have white hair. I was born with that, so everyone has just called me Patchy throughout my life because I'm patchy. So that's why I'm called Patchy. The other thing that a lot of people were getting wrong, I guess, was where I'm from. I'm from Scotland, in a little village about 30 miles north of Edinburgh. For some reason, people thought I was from Ireland or Wales. I think there was a website that published my video and they said I was from Wales, but I'm not. I'm from like 30 miles north of Edinburgh. Here's some footage of a walk I went on yesterday. It was a glorious day. So yeah, it's a nice area to live in. So jumping into the main questions that people wanted to know, which were how long it took and how much it cost. So I'll start with the how long it took. The builder was the first one in, and he started on the 2nd of January last year, and I was moved in by December. All of the contractors, I don't know why I said that weird, contractors, were done by about September, with the exception of the blacksmith who did the stair railing. So the joiner, the plumber, the electrician, and the builder were all done by September, and then there was a couple of months where nothing really happened, and then the blacksmith came in like November to fit the stair railing, and then my dad did the cobbles outside in November and December, and then that was it done. It was all furnished, all completed. So yeah, a year in total to do the whole renovation. The costs, this is the part that people are obviously very excited about. I'm going to throw up the spreadsheet on the screen right now, and you can pause it and see sort of more in depth.
So what is this converted to US dollars? Is it, what the fuck them things is, man? I'll just do Scottish money to USD. So 1.7. So let's do some calculations here. House purchase. What was it? 55,360. 55,360. Times 1.7. Obviously, you know what? Times. Okay, so it's about 64,000 about that. Damn, okay, so the builder's work was crazy. Builder fees was crazy. Matter of fact, we'll just do this. Damn. Uh, 360? Oh, 386. What got 3? You see for 386 was 640 was 640. What is that? About 12,000. Man, that's a lot of money, bro. At least 100,000. At least I would say, I would guesstimate that's about $250,000 is what I'm assuming. Cause right here, that's 100,000. Then we'll say right here, 550. Let me see. 11, 15, 19, 23, 26, 9, 32, 34, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 47. Those 47-ish. That's about 150,000. About 200,000. Okay. 100,000, 230,000, 238,000. So I'll say guesstimation less than $300,000 to build this. I mean, I ain't got $300,000 laying around, but like, damn, that's crazy, man.
About the different parts, but it was $55,366 to buy the house. It was $62,708 for all of the contracting work, which is like the structural work, the build work, just everything. Electricians, plumber, joinery, that all came to $62,708. Solicitors and admin fees were $11,968. and then the kind of fittings that weren't included on the build work, like the kitchen, the windows, the doors, and the furnishing, which is like my bed, my sofa, my TV, all of that came to 19,462. And the one that was really painful, even though it's the lowest cost here, was the water and sewer connection, which was 8,319. That was just crazy. That included 2,300 just for closing the road. So overall, it cost £157,844.46. And I had a real estate agent come in just a couple of weeks ago to basically just estimate how much, or value how much the house is now worth, and they said it's worth 155,000. So I went like 2,800 out with what it's worth now, which
I
for
added
ending
the,
up
I think it's a category cross. Oh yeah, see, I added it in the categorized cost. My dumb ass. I don't think I need to add that in. I think because he summed it up right here. I'm dumb. He summed my dumb ass, bro. But okay, 150,000.
2,800 out with what it's worth now, which for ending up with a house that I have chosen every little aspect of and made it exactly how I want it, I think that's quite a good deal,
you know?
And I'm quite happy with that. So you can let me know what you think. Like I said, you can pause the video before and kind of I don't know, ask questions about the different prices that I just tidying the house up and where the mop is, and you can see I have a really thin electric that a lot of people asked about. So hopefully that answers everyone's question about that Mrs. House.
Yeah, what?
Electrics are, I'll show you right now. So some of the other questions people had were obviously what's in that door there. So I'll show you right now. It's where the boiler is, where my brushes are for just tidying the house up, and where the mop is. And you can see I have a really thin electric boiler, and that's what I use for the heating system in this house, which was something that a lot of people asked about. So hopefully that answers everyone's question about that mystery. So another big question that people had was, am I going to do another renovation project, and would I film it more and put it on this channel? And of course I will, that's my plan. I'd quite like to do what I did with this house again with another place, so if you're interested in that, then subscribe. But another thing I'm going to do is actually going to go around Scotland and stay in tiny houses or visit tiny houses that other people have built, and basically just interview the owners about their process, about their costs, about their favorite bits and worst parts from their projects, so that hopefully it's becomes like a really interesting channel for people who like tiny houses and are interested in doing it themselves and kind of want to know about the financials of it. So if you want to see me visit tiny houses all over Scotland, different renovation projects, then again, subscribe, and that's something I'll have in the future. So a couple of the other kind of quick fire questions that people had were, how old is the building? And I don't know exactly, but I do know that it has been around since the 1700s. On the back of that question, people were also asking, what did the building used to be? And it used to be a kind of religious book creating or distributing place. So apparently this guy called Bibles and other religious had was, do I get with the next house that I buy? But
alright, man. Did you go to another tiny house yet?
in my village, there's a little lane called the Cobbles.
Luxury tree house in the island. How much did you pay for that tiny house video, my guy? I'm trying to see what.
What's up, everyone? I hope you're having a good day. My name's George, or Patchy, and a few weeks ago, my tiny house video, which I'm sure you've probably all seen, hit the milestone of 10 million views. I think it's actually got 11 million views now, which is just crazy to me. And on top of that, the follow-up video where I went over how much everything cost me to buy the house and renovate it, that video also hit a milestone of 1 million views. So in the past, over time, the greatest films have always had trilogies. We're talking The Godfather, The Lord of the Rings, and of course, who could forget? So, based on the success of those trilogies, I thought that I would take inspiration and make a third installment to my tiny house story and show you how much YouTube paid me for my tiny house videos. So before we jump in, I just want to say 3 quick things. Number 1, I recently got my Silver Play Button award for this channel, and I just want to say thank you all so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. That's actually the 2nd channel I've hit 100k on this year, and 3rd time overall. Number 2 is a shameless plug. Yesterday I released my course, YouTube Blueprint, which basically reveals everything I do on YouTube to grow my channels and get all of these plaques. So if you're new to YouTube and want to grow your channel, then I'll drop a link down below where you can check that out and learn from sort of clickbait master. And number 3, this video where I reveal how much YouTube paid me for these couple of videos, it's not intended to be like a weird flex or boastful or big-headed. I just really like watching other people's videos on this topic where they reveal how much YouTube pays them, or where they go over ways that they make money in unusual ways or make money online. It's just a topic that I'm really interested in, so that's why I want to make videos. If they find you can just leave a comment. All of that said, let's jump into the numbers and see how much YouTube paid me for my tiny house videos. So I'll go through this month by month just because I think it's the most interesting way to do it. In January, when I first uploaded it, I uploaded it on January 27th. I got 52 views and I got 26 cents for that. So my best day was here, where I got 34 views, and that translated to 18 cents. Next up we have February. And for February I got 189 views, and that translated to 75 cents. And my best day was here, where I got 41 views, and that gained me a whopping 15 cents.
Damn, I'm
so
trying to
next
get
up
on
was
your
March,
time, bro.
which was my biggest month. Things
Things
went crazy. It obviously hit everyone's homepage, and that's where I got all of the views. So for March I got 6.3 million views, and that converted to $23,223.98. And my best day was here on March 26th, and 98 to $23,223.98. And my best day was here on March 26th, where I got just under 1.2 million views in a single day, and that got me $3,759.22, which is more than I used to make in a month as a video editor, which is crazy. And it was kind of that way for all of that week. I was making between like 2,500 and 3,000 a day, which is just crazy to me. It's mind-boggling. So that was March. That was the best month. And then next we had April. Still a very good month. I got 1.8 million views, and that gained me $11,922.23. And my best day was here, where I got 155,000 views, and that got me $829.28. Next up we had May, and for May I had slightly less views. I got 1.2 million, and that got me $7,414. And my best day was here. These days were pretty much the same, about 95,000 views, and that got me $477.23. Next was June, and things went a bit better for June. I got 1.6 million views, which was 400,000 more, and that got me just under $8,000. My best day here was 150,000 views, just under it, and again that gave me $615.43. And then we have July, which is the month that's just ended. And that was my lowest month so far ever since it took off.
Dude, the fact that you
and I
still
got just
making
under
this
400,000 views,
crazy.
and that got me $1,886.26. And my best day was here, where I got 18,429 views, and that got me $108.
Yo,
So
you just
overall,
still making money
if I
every
change
day from
this
this
to
video,
the lifetime stats, the video got 11.3 million views, and that converted to $52,400.69, which is just ludicrous. I can't believe that
that's my
I
whole
got that
savings
much off a single video.
times 10.
And
Crazy.
as I said, the follow-up video did well
And
as
my
well. It
whole,
got
yearly
1.1 million views, and that gained me $4,577.76. So together, across these two videos, I made about $57,000. And because I'm from Scotland, we use pounds here. So That 57,000 converts to 46,817 and 26 pence. So for all my UK viewers, that's the exchange rate on that income, which is crazy. It is nice because obviously it's a lot of money, which is nice. But on top of that, the house cost a lot more than I thought it would. The renovation cost a lot more than I thought it would. So there was a lot of unexpected costs when actually renovating the house. So to have a lot of these unexpected...
That's fine, bro. So in theory, you make about, if you get like 100,000 views, you can make about $600, which is my rent. Okay, cool. Now I know. I did not know that. See, niggas love to fucking gatekeep. Oh no, I can't tell you, bro. What's so hard about telling nigga what
In my village, there's
make for a video, bro? Cause now I see stuff through a different lens. Like, okay, cool. Now I can see. Twitch, you can't even. That shit. That's hard to say. You didn't know?
Back in 2016, I made a video called The Most Dangerous Prison Inmates in the World, and it ended up getting over 15 million views. It wasn't a very good video, and it kind of got mixed reviews. At the time when I made this video, I was studying towards...
Damn, talk about a man voice, bitch. Don't watch the video, the fuck? Like, people always voices of one. Don't watch the fucking video. You don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to watch the video. Click off.
Psychology degree, and I was doing a module on criminology. So I was reading a lot about criminals, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole and started watching a lot of videos on YouTube about the most dangerous prisoners and the most dangerous prisons in the world. Because I like making videos, I decided to make my own video on this topic. So I did, and then uploaded it in February of 2016. And for the next few months, I just completely forgot about it. I didn't look at this channel, and I didn't check how many views this video was getting. Then a couple months later, in May of 2016, I ended up getting an email from YouTube saying that I'd been paid $300 for the views that this video was getting, and that was kind of a surprise to me. I didn't expect it to get any views. I'd completely forgotten about the channel and this video by that point, but when I went back and checked, I found out that it had been getting hundreds and thousands of views over the last couple of months. So if we jump into the analytics for this video to see how much this video actually made me, you can see that for some reason the amount of money I was making from this video doesn't seem to show up for the first half of 2016, but from what I remember, I was making a couple of $100s per month from this video, so it was a nice bit of passive income. So if we scroll to mid-July, the money I was making from this video starts to show up. In August, I made $1,000. In September, I made about $500. In October, I made about $700. In November, I made $1,150. And then in December, we had a huge month where I received 3.1 million views and in return got $8,300, which was a nice Christmas bonus. I was really quite lucky to get a lot of views in December because if you don't already know, December has the highest ad rates throughout the year on YouTube. Because so many companies try to promote their products and services at this point in the year, they are actually in competition with each other and end up having to pay more to YouTube to advertise on YouTube. Because YouTubers get paid a direct cut of what YouTube gets paid, when advertisers pay YouTube more, YouTubers end up getting paid more as well. So that's the kind of in a nutshell version of why December is a really good month on YouTube and why I was lucky that this video popped off right then. If we jump back into the analytics and fast forward to 2017 as a whole, you can see that I got an additional 8.2 million views on this video, but I only made $1,087 through this entire year. The reason things took such a bad tumble in 2017 is because of something called the adpocalypse. If you don't know what the adpocalypse was, basically back in 2017, a lot of companies stopped advertising on YouTube, which in turn meant ad rates took a massive hit. The reason so many companies stopped advertising with YouTube at this point in time was because they'd become concerned that their adverts were being played alongside content that was kind of risky. Because my content where I spoke about dangerous prisoners and prisons was obviously pretty risky, I started getting limited ads
Damn,
on all
that's
of my
tough.
videos and started just making a tiny amount compared to what I used to make. I went from making roughly $2,500 per million views all the way down to $100 per million views. This is a little bit annoying because I could have easily made an extra $20,000 off this one video if I'd kept getting the same ad rates that I did in 2016 for the views that I got in 2017. So if we add up everything this video made me by looking at the lifetime stats, it showed that I made $12,685.20.
Which is
But
fine.
it was probably closer to about $13,500 if we include the money that wasn't showing up in my analytics from February through to mid-July in 2016. Like I said, I could have made a lot more money from this video, so it is a little bit annoying, but I can't really complain just because this is such a great amount of money to have made from a video that only took me a couple of hours to make. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, I'd appreciate
Yeah, that's fine though, man. I'm glad he giving us insight. You know, I'm glad somebody giving us insight about the shit. I don't really know if they pay you that much, especially if you're doing like just subscribers you're looking at. I think it's like you still gotta get views. Like you can have 1 million subscribers and only get 10K views per video or some shit. Yeah, we gotta watch that GDR video. Gotta watch that GDR video. That's deep. Nah, that ain't deep. Nah. Mm. Okay, we'll watch the. Fuck. Okay, we'll watch this. I'm gonna watch this one, and then we'll watch the. You know, I don't even watch boxing. I don't see why that motherfucker wouldn't be close. I know Ryan Garcia, the Ryan Garcia nigga.
I think there's a really big difference between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. At the time of this recording, July 17th, 2022, Ryan Garcia just pulled off his 19th KO and 23rd win overall. He did this in the 6th round against Javier Fortuna when he knocked him out with his signature left hook. And what seems like tradition at this point, Ryan Garcia would call out Gervonta Davis in the post-fight interview.
But I will fight Tank next. If Tank wants that at 140, hey, I'm gonna record all the negotiations so you guys don't make no headlines saying I'm ducking. If he want it, let's get it.
It feels like it's been years that this fight has been hyped, but never been close to fruition. Over a year and a half ago, Ryan Garcia went on to the Mike Tyson podcast, called out Gervonta Davis, and even faced Gervonta Davis, but literally nothing came out of this.
I love you. This nigga talking mad shit over here, Tank. Look at this nigga, Tank.
2 rounds, baby, 2 rounds.
You can find several YouTube videos by very popular boxing channels discussing a potential super fight between the two. It would be an understatement to say that this fight hasn't been heavily anticipated by many fans alike. But unlike most anticipated super fights, would this fight even be competitive? Would this fight even be close? What I'm trying to say is that there is a big difference between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, and I think the difference is so big that this fight would not even be close. This is why Gervonta Davis is levels above Ryan Garcia. So first, let's go over some basic stats. Ryan Garcia stands at 5'10" with a 70-inch reach and has a record of 23-0 with 19 KOs, making that around an 83% knockout rate. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, stands at 5'5" with a 67-inch reach, with a record of 27-0 with 25 KOs, around 92.5% knockout rate.
Niggas going crazy,
bro. What the fuck? Both fighters are undefeated, and they have a very high knockout percentage. But Ryan Garcia seems to have the natural advantage at a taller frame and a much longer reach. But as you may know, in boxing and fighting in general, the person with the taller frame or the longer reach doesn't necessarily make them the better fighter. So let's go over their resume. Like I said, they're both undefeated fighters, but the level of competition is vastly different between the two. Ryan Garcia has fought in one weight class, lightweight at 135 pounds, and has won one interim belt, the WBC interim lightweight title. On the other hand, Gervonta Davis has fought in 3 weight classes: super featherweight, which is at 130 pounds, lightweight, which is 135 pounds, and super lightweight, which is at 140 pounds. He has won 4 belts across these 3 weight divisions. He has won the WBA super featherweight title, the IBF super featherweight title, the WBA lightweight title, and the WBA super lightweight title. Now going over their level of competition, let's go over the former champions each fighter has faced. Ryan Garcia has only faced 1 in Luke Campbell, while Gervonta Davis has faced 4: Gamboa, Santa Cruz, Barrios, and Pedraza. Notably, Leo Santa Cruz was a champion in 4 different weight classes, while Gamboa, though old when he fought Gervonta Davis, was a 2-division champ in the super featherweight and lightweight class, as well as a gold medalist in the 2004 Olympics. Though both fighters have had a young career, Gervonta Davis definitely has a leg up in competition and definitely has the stronger resume. But resumes are one thing. Which fighter has the better style for the other, and which fighter has a better skill set to deal with the other. So Ryan Garcia is probably very well known as being an extremely quick puncher. He probably has some of the fastest hands in boxing, and his left hook is so deadly. Not only is it an extremely quick punch, but it's also extremely precise.
Damn.
As you saw this Saturday against Javier
That shit
Fortuna,
like, he go
he's
crazy.
able to place his left hook right on the temple, and he's routinely placed it on the temple or the liver of many of his opponents. But besides his lightning quick hands and his extremely deadly and precise left hook, he really has nothing else elite in his skill set. He's been criticized for having a lack of head movement, footwork, and offensive variety like a right hand, an uppercut, or a jab. And to emphasize lack of head movement, Luke Campbell, who was the first real high-level fighter that Ryan has faced, was able to take advantage of this and drop Ryan in the 2nd round. And on the other side of this, you might be thinking Gervonta Davis is just a power puncher, so this fight is simply just elite speed versus elite power. But if you were able to watch Gervonta Davis at a high level, he is extremely diversified. Most recently, he was able to show us his patience and high ring IQ when he perfectly timed Rolly with a counter in the 6th round. He showed this same level of patience, but instead in a more hunting and stalking approach when facing Mario Barrios. He eventually found a good opening in the 8th round when he dropped Mario Barrios once to the head and once to the body. He eventually wore down Mario Barrios, and by the 11th round was able to TKO him. And with the Leo Santa Cruz fight, he showed us that he was able to trade with a very high level fighter, and eventually showed us his devastating power when he delivered one of the most deadly uppercuts that I ever seen live. And even though he didn't finish Isaac Cruz, he displayed a really good ring IQ and defensive skill, and mostly fought this fight on the back foot and eventually won this via points. Though this is a small sample size, I can go on and show you different ways Gervonta Davis is able to win his fights. And if you compare this with how Ryan Garcia finishes his fights, in his last 10 finishes, he KO'd his opponents 8 out of the 10 times with a left hook. I'm not going to go into extensive detail of how Ryan Garcia finishes his fights, but it's mostly moving forward, using his superior speed, and eventually catching them with a left hook. So through this pretty short but effective comparison, we can see that Gervonta Davis has much more weapons in his arsenal, and he can switch up his attack in a number of different ways. Ryan, in comparison, is relatively very one-dimensional and only has one really elite weapon in his arsenal, which is his left hook. This is not to say Ryan doesn't have potential to have a really deep skill
That nigga
set,
be going
but frankly,
crazy,
we
like,
can
boo,
see
look at it.
different approaches to
Shit.
his win.
Damn.
So from the sounds of this
Damn.
video, it sounds like I'm a really big Ryan hater, but I'm not. I actually think he's really good for boxing. He brings a lot of popularity and a lot of eyes to the sport. But there's levels to this. Even though this fight would be huge and extremely popular, I don't think it would be as competitive or as close as people may think. And again, that's not to say Ryan doesn't have the potential to become better and eventually make this fight with Gervonta Davis competitive, but currently he hasn't shown that improvement in his recent fights. Personally, I'd love to see him fight George Kambosos, who is another fighter I would say is on that tier of just below a Tank, a Devin Haney, Teofimo
All these niggas
Lopez,
got elite
or
tattoos, man.
Lomachenko. And I know Kambosos did win over Teofimo Lopez, but we need to run that back. Kambosos lost really decisively against Devin Haney, so I wouldn't necessarily put Kambosos on that tier yet. As for Gervonta Davis, I'd love to see him fight Devin Haney. I think that would be a really good fight against 2 undefeated, really young guys that have
Look at
shown
this
that they
picture
can.
with KSI.
What do you guys think? If a Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis fight would happen right now?
I don't know because I don't watch boxing, but okay, cool. Yeah, them belts is crazy, bro. Yeah, okay, but yeah, let's watch this Dion video. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Corey Extension made his. G-Don got to definitely make his because Twitch be tripping.
It's sad that someone that's not even on the Twitch platform anymore. I have been banned for over 8 months, and I'm the only one addressing this publicly. It's sad, but it's okay, though, because you know what? A man that has nothing to lose is one of the most dangerous men on the planet. So let's get into it. You see the title, Twitch, Sexist and Favoritism. That's a very, very bold claim to make, Dion, calling someone sexist. But I need you guys to know something. Usually this drama, I post it on my second channel. If you're not following me on my second channel, be sure to follow me there. I stream every day. We have dope content, premium content. That's why it's called Dion Premium. So go subscribe and hit the link down in the description below. But this right here, I want this to be known to the entire world. So I'm willing to taint my main channel just to get this message across. Twitch has been sexist for years and they have gone unchecked. So many people have tried to come out, but it just gets brushed under the rug. They just ignore everything. So last night, on my stream on Dion Premium, hit the link down in the description below. I was streaming. We were having a W stream. We were having fun, watching videos, and my editor, he sends me a list of videos to react to, right? I'm going down the list and I see that he sends me a Twitter link. And I'm like, bro, how am I gonna react to this? This is something on Twitter. But something just told me, click on it. So I click on it and I read the headline. Girl has sexual relations live on stream. I couldn't believe it. You could actually see everything that was happening. So I quote tweeted it and I said, and I'm still banned. A little jab at Twitch, but a joke nonetheless, because I was like, they at least had to give her a month to a permaban. I mean, this is huge. That's basically showing corn, I said corn, to underage kids, right? That's Twitch doing that. So I'm going on with my stream, my chat spamming, yo, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok. So I join in her TikTok live. Then I ask her the $1 million question. I know why, but like, how long are you banned for?
7 days.
What the? 7 days.
That is wild, bro. What
she was banned.
Bro, what is up with, like, what?
7 days.
7 days, nigga.
Showing
bro.
corn
What?
to literally children.
Nah, bro.
And
Nah.
only
Twitch
a
got
7 day.
7 days, though? 1 week? Bro, what? Why? Like, huh? So, bro.
So I go on Twitter and I say, she gets on live 7-day ban. And I'm still over here permaban. That tweet has over 140,000 likes.
Yeah,
140,000 likes. Huge creators talking about it. Twitch and everybody's mentioned. So you would think something this big, this major would go on trending. And it did. It went on trending for about an hour. Then it was taken off. Suspiciously, it was just taken off. Jake Paul is trending right now with only 2,200 tweets revolving around his name. But Twitch is not trending anymore. You guys are probably wondering, Dion, where are you trying to go with this? I get a DM from a reliable source. I'm not going to let you guys know who, but allegedly, someone at Twitch reached out to a Twitter Connect to have them remove their name from the trending tab. Allegedly.
Twitch is just, bro, why can't these companies just fix the major shit, bro? We're not asking you to do the little fucking crazy shit that nobody really cares about. This is major shit that you need to get fixed. This is like fucking McDonald's having a fucking the fucking ice cream shit that they were talking about. Like, let's imagine all the ice cream machines out in every fucking location. Would you think they don't need to fix that? No, that's something they need to get fucking fixed. Especially when it's make you lose money and shit, bro. That's something you need to fix. That's just bad business. If you just go let some shit that's clearly affecting the way your customers operate, that's something you need to fix. And I get it for something small that, you know what I'm saying, don't really affect damage, but it's something major, bro. It's affecting them big time people on your platform.
Allegedly. So, I want to prove a point.
Wow,
after
bro.
you guys watch this video, there's been a hashtag at the bottom of the video this entire time. Use this hashtag on Twitter. If a tweet has more than 2,000 comments revolving around it, it goes on trending. So I want all you guys that have Twitter to use this hashtag after this video is over. And if this is not on trending, that allegedly is gonna kind of look sus. But there's plenty more. Now, I don't know the reason.
Let me see if Twitter got it. Even though I don't even know if I can get on Twitter. I have to log in. Don't make me log in. Don't make me log. Go to Explore. I just go to Explore. Just the Explore page. That's it. Just the Explore page. Trending. Wow. Where is it at? Where is it at? 303. Wait. 3,000? Where is it at? Wow. 1,000? Well, I'm not seeing it. Yo, this is wow. Let me try entertainment. Maybe say entertainment. No. 7,000 tweets? I know GDI definitely got more than that. That is crazy. Am I not? Why am I not seeing it? Bro, these niggas, bro. Like, what? Let's see news. Maybe news. Maybe news. I'm trying news. Turn deadly. Nope. 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 Let me look up hashtag. Hashtag Twitch. What was it? Hashtag Twitch. Respond. Respond. Wow, it don't even come up. It don't even come up. Hey, look, this already has 1,700 retweets. How is it not on the fucking, like, his video, his tweet alone has it? How can it not have more? Like, that is wild to me. Like, how can it not be on the trending page? That is wild. No, Twitches. Huh.
Twitch, why this girl was banned, boy. What I do know is she was banned for a month. The thing with Twitch is it doesn't matter if you do stuff on their platform. If you do stuff anywhere else, they could still ban you. So this girl, she was banned on Twitch. So she went on Twitter and said, I want to myself and shoot people at Twitch HQ. I remember people talking ha 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 ha. This is a terrorist threat, threatening to shoot people at Twitch HQ, right? They extend her ban, obviously, to a perma. She wrote an apology letter to Twitch, and this is Twitch's response. After reviewing your case, we confirm that the correct enforcement was issued. However, given the details of your case, including the remorse expressed in your appeal, we have decided to reduce your suspension duration. Your suspension has been adjusted to expire in 22 calendar days. Wow. So a little bit less than a month. Literally threatening to harm the people at wild. Twitch HQ. If you write a good enough apology letter, you know what? You good. Just be banned for a month.
Let me not even say nothing about
streamer literally showed her genitalia on stream. Straight up showed her genitalia on purpose. And guess what happened?
Yep.
3-day ban.
3 days. 3 days.
Days.
That's Labor Day
3
weekend
days.
right there.
I want to get to the examples.
She
where
she
Twitch
was suspended for
uses their-
one Labor Day weekend. Was it Memorial weekend? One of them weekends. That's all she was suspended for. 3 days. That's crazy.
full power against creators of the
Got
other six.
got
Started
suspended
with
on
myself.
Friday. Was back
we all
on
know
Monday.
what I did on Twitch. It's no secret, and if you don't know, this is not the video for you to learn about it. Go figure it out yourself. I'm still banned, but you know what? This isn't about me, because I don't care about Twitch anymore. You know, I'm lit on YouTube. Be sure after this video to subscribe to my second channel. I'm lit over there, man. We're having a great time over at YouTube. But Twitch, there can be a terms of service for girls and then a terms of service for boys. Second example, look at Dr. Disrespect. We still don't know till this day why he's banned. Example number 3, my friend Kai, a black creator over on Twitch. Kai Cenat is the largest and
Yes,
fastest
sir.
growing streamer on Twitch. Twitch hasn't acknowledged him on Twitter, on any of their social medias. Twitch hasn't ever reached out to him. Twitch hasn't even thrown my boy a bone or
That's
anything,
crazy.
offered him a contract, trying to look out for him, saying congratulations, nothing. But in January, he said, why are you guys acting like monkeys on his stream? A black man, perhaps, wasn't even using the word monkey in a racist or derogatory way.
Right,
Said
right.
monkey, got banned for a month.
So they say they don't acknowledge him for the positive, but when he do the one little slip, oh nah. That's why I just I can't do
A
it.
month.
Can't do it.
But we have people threatening to go shoot up your HQ, but they get a little bit under a month, though. It's okay. That's example number 3. And my 4th example, I have a friend by the name of Your Rage who literally
Yes, sir.
almost got permabanned
YRG.
for his profile pic on his Twitch. And guys, his profile pic is literally just a cartoon drawing of him yelling that a fan
Like,
made.
bro,
That's
like-
permaban
like-
worthy. He literally
Bro, we need somebody to do something. I don't know if you need to sue these companies or what, but the way this shit going on, bro, we gotta find something, bro. If we need to take legal action, bro, or y'all need to take legal action or something, y'all need, because this shit is just ridiculous, bro. I didn't even know this happened. I didn't even know I thought it was something else. I didn't know he got banned for his Twitch profile, or almost got banned for his Twitch profile. That's like, huh? Like, that just I've never heard of anything like that for a Twitch profile. Why won't give him a one to take down the profile pic if it's that serious? Why is it a automatic ban? I swear, bro, we need somebody need to take it. We need, I don't know, us black creators to band together or something, but we need somebody to take legal action, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, then we have other people around here doing all this crazy shit, and nothing happened to them. Just chilling. Like, bro,
Had to
these
go
companies get
off
this
on
shit in
Twitter.
order, man.
just to get his account back. This is my final thing I want to bring up. I talked about how allegedly Twitch likes to brush things under the rug, how they don't like to address drama or scandals or even atrocities on their own site, like this one. If you guys don't remember, a couple months ago, there was a Buffalo mass shooting where an armed man literally was looking for people of color to gun down. And he live streamed it on Twitch. He literally live streamed it on Twitch. I seen it with my own eyes, not the video, but I seen countless of creators adding Twitch. Twitch, when are you gonna respond? Twitch, we need a response from you. Nothing. They brushed it under the rug. What company do you know would do something that heinous, where they won't even address a act of straight terrorism that happened on their site and just straight up ignored it? Straight up ignored it when their top creators were asking them to please make a response. Nothing. Nada. Zip. I'm not making this video to get back on Twitch. I don't care anymore.
And it's crazy that none of the, I don't know, maybe the news outlets or I didn't hear anybody blaming Twitter. I get like, it's not Twitch's fault that he did it, but the fact that y'all let him broadcast it, nobody spoke out about Twitch even letting him broadcast that far. nobody talked about. Nobody had an issue with Twitch letting him just broadcast that. Because I think that was like a part of the motivation, because he wanted to obviously, let people see what the fuck he was doing. Like, it's the fact that nobody had an issue with him just showing the shit, but as soon as somebody say a bad word, you out of here. Like, what, bro? Like, people on Twitch have to fear for showing a fake toy gun. They have to be so specific and so careful what they do. But somebody can go show a real gun and start doing stuff to people, bro. Like, what? That don't make sense to me. Like, that shit is wild, bro.
I'm on YouTube. I'm having fun. I'm doing my own thing. The old Gideon would care, yeah, but I don't care anymore. I'm doing this to make a stand. I'm doing this because I know this is what's right. Twitch, you're going to address this right here. You're not going to weasel your way out of it. I need you guys to use this hashtag that's been down here this entire time on Twitter. They can't keep getting away with this, man. They can't keep on letting these big corporations think if they just ignore it, they can get past it. No. And I know you guys are talking about me. I know I'm public enemy #1. But like I said in the beginning of this video, a man that has nothing to lose is the most dangerous man on the planet. This is the last serious video you'll ever see on this channel, and I got a banger dropping for y'all soon. If you guys haven't, after you guys tweet that out, be sure to subscribe to my second channel. We stream on there almost every day. We get lit over there. Premium content, dope clips, second channel vlogs that you guys won't see on the main. A lot of dope stuff, man. I love you guys, and Twitch, time has come.
Wow, bro. What is this? Why he's one page, bro? I don't go lie. Yeah, bro. Twitch need to get that shit in order, bro. And this shit I'm on now, they need to get that shit in order, bro. Niggas wildin', bro. Like, there's so many, especially on this channel, bro, on YouTube. It is some crazy shit. Like, the fucking deep parts of YouTube, they got some crazy videos on this website, and they just let them be up. But the second somebody do one little copyright for 5 seconds, their video is fucking out of here or something. Like, how y'all ain't on top of this shit, bro? It just don't make no sense to me. You upload another video? Like, this shit is wild to me, bro. Like, why is this not getting fixed? The narrowest apartment building.
So this is the narrowest apartment in all of New York City, measuring just 8
New York
feet.
already got some thin ass fucking buildings as it is. Shit, dude, I can literally stretch from end to end for some of the fucking apartments in New York. But this is the smallest. Jesus, let's see what this shit talking
7 inches
about.
wide, currently on the market
damn.
for $5 million.
Nigga, huh?
That is right.
$5 million for a fucking, what he about, 5'10", a 5'10" wide apartment. You got me fucked up. I
$5
come in
million
there
gets you the thinnest 3-story townhouse in
crazy.
New York City with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just under 1,000 square feet of living space, and a very large slice of New York City history. Let me explain. I mean, this house is so famous it has its own Wikipedia page. Even while we filmed this video, there were New York City walking tours of people checking out the spectacle. According to the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission, the 3-story Dutch gabled home was constructed in 1873 on what was the former carriage entryway for the adjacent property, hence its fractional address, since the home was wedged into the driveway that stood between number 75 and 77 in order to maximize housing in the booming neighborhood at the time. Jumping to 1923, the house was leased by artists who used it for actors working at the nearby historic Cherry Lane Theater. Famous past residents include Pulitzer Prize-winning poet Edna St. Vincent Millay, William Steig, the man who illustrated Shrek, and actors Cary Grant and...
Oh shit, bitch, I'm scared as fuck. Get off my screen.
Vincent Millay, William Steig, the man who illustrated Shrek.
The fuck is this nigga? This ain't the Shrek I know. Who the fuck is he? Why he look? That nigga ugly as fuck, boy. That boy stepping with these motherfucking boots on. Boy got on the, what he did? The red pinstripe? The fucking, I don't even know what this is. The 1980s fit? That boy got a little bit of hair in the back. That boy going crazy for the hoes. That boy stunting on the hoes, boy. What this is? A Louis belt? Gotta be a Louis belt.
And actors Cary Grant and John Barrymore. And it is this slice of New York City history that drives up that asking price of just under $5 million. Welcome to 75 1/2 Bedford Avenue. Come on in. I'm gonna keep this door shut because there's actually a lot of people that come by here and want to look inside. So walking in, this is your living room. Now, just for some perspective, I'm gonna lay across the floor. I am 6'4".
Oh, you're
So
6'4".
if I put my
Okay,
arms
so
over my head,
okay.
that's how tiny this is. This is just about 8
Like,
foot
what?
7
That
inches.
shit
So a fully
small
extended
as fuck,
air
boy. What the
can
fuck?
barely fit in the narrowest apartment in the entire city. If you look above us, these are all the original beams in this structure. The current owner did a whole gut renovation, but kept the things that make this place historic. So you have the beams, you have all the modern lighting, storage. If you come on in, this is where it gets kind of narrow. Here we have a mirror to just add a bit of
Okay,
depth
so
to
it is
the
a lot of space. I didn't know that.
This
I didn't
is
know
the spiral
that.
staircase leading up to the other 2 floors. And now this is your kitchen. And it has all new appliances. So here you have the built-in Sub-Zero fridge, your Miele suite here, cappuccino maker in the narrowest apartment in the city. Tons of storage built in.
Okay, so it do
Leaning
got some,
back and see the
good
actual
space.
formal kitchen.
At least
Everything
they
has
got
been
that.
modernized except the faucets. They kept those as the original faucets, which is pretty cool. 4-burner Miele cooktop. You even have this bench here with storage down below. And then if you pull back, this is the wall which divides the staircase so you don't fall downstairs. This is all additional storage
Can't fall
space
downstairs.
right
You
into
don't
this
wanna do
wall that leads downstairs. Off of the kitchen, you have your wall which totally opens up to the backyard, and the property line ends right here at this wall, but there's actually an easement that allows this home and the 3 next door to use this backyard space, which is essentially like a secret garden in the city. Just get a look at this. How
That's
serene
fine.
it is with all the ivy, nice benches.
Look
I
nice.
want to point
Just sit
this
out
out
there
as
and
well.
chill.
This is
It's
your
a
entrance off of
vibe.
Commerce Street right here. So this is the second entrance, like kind of like a escape or secret entrance if you want. Coming back on in through the double doors. Let's go downstairs. I want to show you this. This is not
Let's
a
see what they got
staircase you want to
going
go down at night. They actually just finished this basement. This is the lower level. Little tight on the ceiling height, but again, this is your additional 4th bedroom if you want all original beams, all brand new lights.
Okay,
and
okay.
there's actually, check this out. There's actually a bathroom down here. So this is technically a 4th bedroom. A little bit of a vertical. A bath. There's actually, check this out. There's actually a bathroom down here. So this is technically a 4th bedroom. A little bit of a vertical challenge
It'll be
there,
alright,
but
bro.
it works.
Maybe a kid's room.
It's perfect
Yes,
for me.
this is the kids' room. The kids
Never
would
mind,
love this.
fucking kid.
So keep this shut and we'll head back upstairs to that 1st floor. Just to show how steep this is, this could easily be a ladder where you actually need to use your arms. But we're back up to the kitchen. Then off of the kitchen, we're gonna keep making our way back. This could be your dining room. You could put a little table here if you wanted, but we're gonna head up the spiral staircase to that 2nd floor. So in a place like this, this is the most practical use of a staircase, the spiral, and this would be the bedroom floor. And I like how also there's no doors in here, it's all pocket. Doors pocket into the wall. I like how there's a lot of modern features in here. But towards the back of the hallway, welcome to your master bathroom. Front and center, you have your clawfoot soaking tub with this antique faucet that comes right out of the floor. You have a fireplace in your bathroom. This
I
is
should
a
be
wood
scared of them
burner that
toilets.
comes
I mean,
right
those
out of the
bathrooms.
floor. You have a
This type of fucking bathtub, I remember my mom was looking at, I think, houses. I did not want to live in that motherfucker. Because I had one like this, like downstairs in the middle of the fucking, like as soon as you open the door, it was right there. And you would have to, in order to go to your room, you'd have to go upstairs. So if I had to take a shower at night, I would have to walk downstairs into this creepy ass bathroom. And then walk my ass back up. I did not want to live there. I said no. I begged my mom. I said, please don't let us live there. Because from the fucking the Grudge movies and shit, the bitch used to come out the tub. So I was scared as fuck. I didn't want to live in this shit. But long story short, we didn't end up buying it anyways. I was like, boy, I do not want to live here because fuck no.
A fireplace in your bathroom. This is a wood burning original
Fuck no.
fireplace here. Right off of the fireplace, you actually have a steam shower. I'm gonna walk in here just so you can get the perspective of the size. And for being the narrowest apartment, this is a pretty large shower. All those original beams overhead, and check this out. These actually open up. We're not gonna do it now because they are a bit finicky and they kind of stick. But this whole wall pockets open and leads out to your own private terrace overlooking your garden down below. In the summertime,
trees cut a little bit, but okay.
We are facing southwest, so you have sunlight the entire day. So just imagine you have all these doors open up. You're lying butt naked in your clawfoot soaking tub in the narrowest apartment in the entire city. That's a flex right there. So I want to point this out. This entire house has been modernized, so you have built-in HVAC, all central air and heat. And then if we leave the actual bathroom, here's the water closet. So this is nice. It's separate from the actual bathroom, the soaking tub. Back into the main stairwell area. This is the first guest bedroom. Check this out. This is actually a built-in Murphy bed. Because you're probably thinking to yourself, where would you actually put a bed in here? Murphy beds. I've actually lived in apartments that have Murphy beds. They're the best thing in the city for utilizing space. So you've got your Murphy bed. Again, this is fireplace number 2 in this apartment. Street view down below in the beautiful Greenwich Village. And actually, this is your closet. Right off here off the window. Could you even call this a closet?
Gee, that's more closet space than I have. I don't have a closet in my bedroom.
You don't?
No.
Making use of space, vertical storage space. Comment down below if you would live here if you did have $5 million, because I'm sold. I love small spaces. Right now I live in a pretty large apartment, but this is bringing me back to like New York.
And
this
I'm
is New York living.
5'6",
and there's still one
so
more
fuck
floor.
no.
So let's head on up there. To the third and final floor. This is technically the owner's floor. And above us,
like
this is a skylight which was put into this building in 1923, which has been fully automated. So with the push of a button, you actually have blinds which come down to block out the sun if you wanted it. But why would you ever want to block out the sun? So much natural light. You have doors which pocket to close off because you can't really have opening and closing doors in here just because there's not enough space. But on this side, this would be all the owner's suite. And Gabe and I were talking, where would you even put the bed? I'm gonna lay back down again. Yeah. So this would be your king size bed, so it would fill up the whole space. Yeah. So the only real solution for this would be to have a Murphy bed right here, which would be a twin, or if we switch sides, you put the bed right here, and it would just kind of engulf the whole room.
So there's no bed there? What the fuck?
Yeah, and be super close to this. And then in here you have all this built-in shelving. This could be a home office. There's actually a little space here for a desk chair. It's a tiny little cubby for home office.
Fuck no, bro. I ain't standing in this bullshit.
Working away on your computer.
$5 million? You crazy as hell.
Basically, it's mirrored on the other side. Again, you have the pocket door, so we'll keep this shut just to show you what it looks like. So this shuts all the way, and there's actually more hidden shelving behind this pocket door. As far as closet space goes, this is the largest closet in the whole apartment right here. Just 2 hanging racks with 2 shelves above and a storage space below. That is it for your owner's wing closet. Again, you have another fireplace. The thing I love about this space, it is sun-drenched, which leads out to your terrace on that.
But yeah, fuck no, I'm not standing there for $5 million. You got me fucked up, bro. I'm not doing it. Anything else I wanna? Damn, nigga. Hurry up. Hey, is this like Sneako's? Oh. Maybe it is. Looks like it's like Sneako's 3rd channel or some shit. Sneako reacting to me. Oh, okay, so Sneako reacted. I thought he reacted to the shit. Yeah, so this is like a Sneako channel-ish. Like he's trying to go outside and make his own shit. Okay. And you dropped a little music video. Okay, cool, bro. Yeah. Alright, man, I'm probably about to go and get off anyways. Ain't seeing nothing too crazy to watch on here. May try to find more little house videos and shit. But alright, y'all, I'm about to go and get off. How long have I been streaming for? Hour 45? Alright, cool. Alright,